coming along and seeing this experience has just been like super heartwarming. I know that, you know, in the military there's good and bad days, and it's stuff like this that really makes a difference. So thank you guys for doing it.
Thank you.
It's really cool you said that.
So the Bikeriders, how does it feel to finally be unleashing this film upon the world? I mean, it's been a journey.
Especially for Jeff. Jeff's been doing endless months of press, which he's now back on.
And the years
But
that
we're
you
here
wanted to
with
make
you.
this
We're here
movie.
with you.
Yeah, it was a journey. It was a great journey. Feels good. I'm just excited to finally hear these people talk about it, you know? There's only so much of yourself you can listen to. Which for me, I can listen to quite a lot of myself talking, but it's fun to finally share it with them. You know, usually what happens, when there's not an actor strike going on, you know, you go out and you're doing press, and you're kind of getting in your rhythm along with the actors, and you're kind of bouncing off each other, and you're learning a lot about the film, because I mean, press is kind of like therapy anyway, and or at least I treat it that way. Is that bad? And so you learn a lot about the creative thing that you just did together. And I haven't had that. That's been delayed. So you're watching the very beginning of that right now. And I'm gonna stop talking.
Very
Is
well
that
said.
bad? So I myself have never been to Ohio. What was it like shooting there?
Man, I have such fond memories of the entire pack of us riding motorcycles through these cornfields in Ohio. Just being stunned by those moments.
Yeah.
You know, the sunrise, and we're, you know, trying to capture that sunrise or sunset, and we're riding through these cornfields. And, yeah, it's moments like that that I really look back on fondly.
Even thinking of like just the character, even that like Kathy and Benny's house had, and
Yeah.
the bar in which the art department had completely, you know, been ripped out and redone, and just seeing the kind of details that they'd put into the
City was good for that.
Yeah.
City was good for that.
I think it really helped with the authenticity of the film. It felt like.
And we had a great crew. You know, you sometimes can go to places where a lot of filmings haven't, and they shoot several films in Ohio, but they were excited to have us there. Because sometimes you show up and it's like, another movie, you know, and like the passion is drained out of it. And that wasn't the case for Cincinnati. They were pretty fired up, and you could feel it, and that I like that on a film set.
Yeah, what is everybody's favorite thing about the 1960s? I'm curious.
I was just gonna say music.
Music, the
Yeah.
motorcycles, the cars.
Music.
Yeah.
I like looking at the cars. I don't like driving the cars.
No?
They're very loud and they kind of smell, but you know, but they're cool to look at. It has to be music for me, although the fashion's pretty
The
good.
fashion is cool
Fashion's
too.
really damn good.
Yeah.
The movies
I
of the
agree.
60s as well.
I think as well there was something about, I don't know what I really, I mean these were very specific people, but there is it feels like people really carried themselves in an honest way, because we weren't bombarded with this kind of technology, social media now, this kind of self-awareness of like, oh, what do people think of me, or outside looking in. It was like people were kind of unaware and unashamed and quite brazen. Well, these people definitely were, and I think that's why when you look back at those images, they're so full of character and life, because
Nobody's posing.
yeah, they're just
Even the ones that
being.
are posed don't feel posed, really.
Yeah.
And even to kind of join on that, you know, Kathy's voice, like that accent doesn't exist that same way anymore. Obviously there's 60s vernacular, but beyond that, because we're all listening to the same stuff, we're watching the same movies and TV shows and everything else, and so the regional dialect is kind of, it's softened, it's faded a little bit. And I mean, these people, they could talk in a really specific way.
Well, I think you did a great job capturing that time period, and it was really fun to step into that world for a little while. To pick on Norman, I wanted to ask about the teeth. So was that in the screenplay, those gnarly looking teeth? No?
No, Greg McDermott made me those teeth in France. He does all the Walking Dead stuff. He made the teeth, but you know, I was like, we're talking about the locations and stuff. And I remember doing the Funny Sunday in front of the movie theater, and I'm like, is this foreshadowing? Like,
Seen a glimpse into the
She's
future.
like, Mom, I'm like, yeah, this feels so
Cut to June
familiar."
17th at the Chinese Theater. It's
Yeah.
going to be very
Oh
similar.
my God.
Yeah.
Norman, you mind just hanging out there? We just need to sell a few more tickets.
Yeah, with a vest on, with wings on it. I don't fucking know. You know, the teeth came later. The hair, Jeff and I talked. We sort of, the big reason, or one of the reasons, is I didn't want to look like Daryl Dixon in a movie because I've looked the same way for so long on this television show. And I might have, you know what I mean? So I just wanted, and you look at pictures of Funny Sonny, he looks fucking insane. Like, and there's only a couple pictures on, all of them he's making a face, like, so I don't know, I was just trying to do something else. I'm coming, I come from California, they're already there, so you can look a little weirder. I didn't get to keep one of the cool leather jackets that everybody got to keep, because I didn't get one of
I'm
those.
gonna send an email now.
Yeah, we need to get you one of those.
You know what I'm saying? Did you get to keep a leather jacket?
No, I didn't have any leather, did I?
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Keep your
You got that
thing with
shirt?
the chains?
I don't think so.
You didn't
Sure.
keep that shirt?
You didn't keep your
Did
shirt?
That
I?
black shirt?
You must.
Maybe I did.
The Western shirt?
I
But I didn't have any leather.
Yeah. You didn't keep the red dress?
Oh,
God, no.
God.
The red dress?
That wasn't even mine.
Oh, that's true. I stole it for you.
So it looks like we're getting ready to wrap. So the last question I wanted to ask is does anybody have a favorite memory from the set that they want to share?
I want to say the first day. I was so excited to work with Jeff, and so excited to work with all these actors. I was freaking out a little bit. I was like, wow. I'm such a fan of all of them. So
I think that was my first day as well. And there were so many essays, like supporting artists, like when we were in that field.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just hearing like the action and everything being called over the big old microphone. I've never had that on a film set. I was like, oh my God. Like,
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever
Landed.
had that on a film
Really?
set.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should admit this. Every film set I'm on is the biggest film set I've ever been on, because I don't go to many film sets other than my own. And that day was, we had all these extras, we had all of this stuff going on. The greatest thing about it was you could literally throw a rock and hit an incredibly talented human being, And as a director,
which you
that's
did many a time.
I just throw rocks at my actors. This is where this is going. Look, kids, this is how it's done. No, it's an embarrassment of riches for a director, because you would have literally layers on the screen, layers of people, and they're always doing something. You can go back and watch this movie, and I recommend that you do, and just look in the background. Like, everybody's always doing something, and it's because we had so many talented people. Yeah.
Well, it's a wonderful film. I genuinely enjoyed it, and I will watch it again. And I want to thank you guys for your time. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for coming out with us so
Appreciate
much.
it. Thank you for your questions.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Man.
Okay, we're just gonna have you guys sign some.